Hello, everyone, and welcome to chapters 27 and 28 of my Justice and Pride 0% LTC. Today's chapters are pretty simple, as today we take on probably one of the hardest bosses in the game, Perseus. It's very important in this map that he has 25 resistance instead of 26. Otherwise, we will be 1 damage off of killing him, or so I believe. And that is not very fun. We start off by giving Doran another kill because we want to get rid of level 10, as mentioned previously. And before starting our warp strat, by helping Carmen's staff rank, as we want her to get to A rank, as mentioned previously. Then using Philia's Might before warping our boss killer, Theodora, over to said boss mentioned previously, and killing him in 1 round. The boss kill isn't super reliable, but as a 1-turn strategy, I feel like it's somewhat more acceptable than, say, if it had been like a 5-turn strategy or something. Either way, that is chapter 27 already done in 1 turn. And we move on to chapter 28, the last of the pre-in-game chapters. During this end event, we get the Fire Emblem, Exordium, as well as 2 new recruits to have in chapter 28. Those 2 recruits being Simon and the Hermit. Both of them are really good Godo-type characters. And as for Simon, he's actually going to be our boss killer, using the Scale Crusher in this chapter. Here, I'm increasing Luigi's health. This is just to increase the reliability somewhat. Originally, the Angelic Robes were for an idea of a strategy in Game 1, but it doesn't actually work out quite well, so it didn't really matter. Either way, due to Exordium having like 18 might and being effective on monsters, it's really good for Adoran to use to get EXP by killing monsters. I should mention the Fire Emblem is a stat boosting item that boosts all of your stats by 3 while being held. Obviously, with other seals, that makes it extremely overpowered, as we see Nisa, who hasn't been deployed in so many chapters, doubling an in-game level enemy. We also use it here so that Luigi can safely and mostly reliably kill this enemy who we need to get out of the way. Sadly, this is another case of a 2-turn that looks like it could have been possibly a 1-turn. That sadly is not a 1-turn because we're just out of reach. I should talk about the fact that Simon and the Hermit actually both have 100% growths that I kept, but neither of them are important at all. But you will see them grow their HP, both of them, even though they're already just a couple points away from capping their HP anyway, which is pretty funny. A side objective of this map also that we want to take care of is to visit the bottom right village, which we do using Richter and his 10 movement. This village has the Ultra Relic, which is just like the Fire Emblem in that it's a item which, while carried, boosts all stats by 3. And yes, it stacks with the Fire Emblem, which makes it extremely powerful. it's important that we get this Ultra Relic, as we plan on using Harmon in the in-game chapters, as need Luna to obviously do a lot of damage to a lot of the in-game bosses with their high revs. We get some items from the supply so that we can supply warp the Ultra Relic, as we want to use it against the boss this chapter just to increase the reliability, as it is based on a crit from Simon, who is good at doing crits thanks to the fact that he has critical force. Either way, after feeding another kill to Adoran and setting up the warp, we take on the boss with the Scare Crusher that we got back in Chapter 21. Actually, if the boss rolls down in defense, I believe, we can actually one-round KO this boss without having to rig any crit. But either way, it's still fairly reliable. And that is Chapter 28 in one turn. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for the finale